Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the test Hypothesis Rising. I figured since I played the first game, I might as well play the second game. If it's actually going to work. There we go. Okay, so let's get into it. Before experiencing the test Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, The Test. I've already done that, so we're good. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you played the test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries from where the last examination left off. I'd like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward and following the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. I already have, so we're good. Would you like to close this game now so you can have the opportunity to play the test first? I have already done so. Wonderful news. We can continue. I'm going to put my mouse off the screen. Let's do this. Off the screen. Time to learn more about myself. Hello, and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Oh, hi, Fate. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Now, I don't want to take too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's toughest questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best you that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow, inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Fair enough? Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? I believe in fate, so no. There we go. Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. I mean, lying to yourself is definitely not a good thing, but I think that's a little bit dramatic. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. Now that I highly doubt, but I will choose to believe that for now. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes, good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. That is absolutely correct. Good people do bad things, and bad people do good things. Good and evil's not as black and white as the world makes it out to be. Very famous quote. Don't know who it's from, or if it's from any specific person, but it is absolutely true. As you grow up, you'll start to figure that out on your own. Assuming you're not already an adult and everything, but whatever. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. I mean, if this really does open, I wonder if my answers are going to be different. I've had a lot of changes in my life in the past time since I played this, so it might be a little different. As you read questions and scenarios during the process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. Fair enough. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. Now, I will admit, here's the thing about that. Hypothetical scenarios are exactly as, it's stated. It's a hypothetical. You never really know how you're going to act in a situation if you haven't been in it. Like, saying, for example, you assume that you would do the right thing in, like, a hostage scenario. Like, say you're one of the hostages being held in, I don't know, like a bank or something. And ideally, the outcome you would want is to, leave alive. And also, preferably, no one else dies in that scenario. Most people, I guess it's half and half actually, now I think about it. Some people would want to be the hero and try to stop the person. Some people would just want to, cower in the corner and hope they don't get shot or stabbed or whatever. There's nothing wrong with either choice, truly, there really isn't. I've never really believed that there's a right choice in this world. Because things are really complicated. But ideally, like I said, you want to leave alive, and you don't want anyone else to die either. Some people, that would include the robber, and some people it wouldn't. But the good human choice, by our standards, would probably be to have mercy even on the robber. Maybe knock him out, or maybe you just let it go through, no one dies, everyone's good, and the police handle it. Or they don't. But at the end of the day, things like that don't really happen very often. The ideal scenario usually never happens, but it would be the most preferred outcome, obviously. But here's the thing. You can assume that you would just sit there, or maybe you would go after them, but really, when you're actually in that scenario, it could change completely. You could, if you thought you were going to be a hero and save everyone, you could cause things to be worse, or you could cower in the corner like I'm not going to say cower, that's kind of rude. You could hide away from the scenario so that you don't have to deal with it, which is, not like I said, there's no right or wrong. It's just, things are usually more complicated. But yeah, that's enough of my rant. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back, and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret of overcoming the next hurdle in your life. I actually do happen to have water with me. I mean, I was drinking pop in my previous recording, but I got water now. Alright, boys and girls, we're in it for the long haul. Hopefully, it will be enjoyable and not too emotional. We're going to start off with some basic, easy questions. Good. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Yeah, like I said, my answers could very much differ from last time I played this. And I did record last time as well, I'm pretty sure. I may not have actually posted the video now that I think about it, but I did record this game at one point, but they updated it. The visuals are different. And on top of that, also, some of the questions changed, apparently. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions, so me holding off that entire rant may have put something into... Hopefully not. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. And here we go. I'm not a very patient person, if I'm being honest, so... Do you feel uncomfortable right now? Why, because you're playing sounds in my head? Or in my headset? Not particularly. Are you nervous? Nope. Do you feel cold? I'm laying in a blanket, or well, no, I'm not laying in a blanket. I have a blanket on me as I'm sitting in my chair, so no. Do you feel sad? Right now, not particularly. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting even though they didn't deserve it? I can say that there have been scenarios where that has happened, yes. Do you crave acceptance by others? Certain people, yes. Do I crave acceptance by the entire world? Heck no. There's a lot of people that crave acceptance, and I, fortunately, am not one of those people. Have you ever lost a loved one? I have. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Yes, I do. It's painful. It's a learning experience, though. Do you believe in demons? Fair question. My outlook on religion has been shifting recently, so I'm not really sure to this question, but we'll go with yes. Do you believe in curses? Words are pretty powerful, so frankly, the possibility is certainly there, but I'm not entirely sure. I've pursued the idea of magic before, which would go into the category of curses, and I have come up with a whole bunch of nada, so we'll go with yes, because I see the possibility of it being there, but I do not fully believe in them, no. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? Yeah, I suppose. Like I said, my beliefs have shifted a lot recently, so I'm on a gray area right now. Not sure what I believe in and what I don't. Are you afraid of dying alone? Well, I answered this last time, and that is my #1 fear. If there was an undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Depends on what kind of haunting. Like, if it's a friendly ghost, or, just occasional pranks and not, like, jump scares, then yeah, sure. I'll stay. Plus, it could be interesting. Being interesting to talk to someone who has passed on, and I would like to know what it's like to be a ghost. So yeah, I'd give it a try. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? Mysteriously moved? Not particularly, no. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without knowing it? Nah. Would you like to make more friends? See, now that's a hard question, because... Okay. There's gonna be people who agree and disagree with me, because of introverts and extroverts. I'm an introvert, in case that's not obvious, just by listening to me and how I play at stuff. But I don't really get along with groups of people. I try, I really do. I didn't enjoy high school. It was... it sucked, let's put it like that. But... I mean... I wouldn't mind having another friend or two. I only have like 1 or 2 right now, technically. So I wouldn't mind having another friend or 2, maybe 3, but I don't like large groups. So if it's only a couple people, then yeah, I guess I don't mind. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I'd like to think that I am, and I'm pretty sure I answered the same way last time. Do you feel lonely? Well, that's a very serious question. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to answer yes. I do. A lot. Oh. Talk to me. Can you hear through my mic? I doubt it. Do you make friends easily? No, not really. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? Absolutely, I do. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Yep, several times. Like horror movies? I think this was a question before also, and my answer is still the same. I like psychological horror. I don't like normal horror. Not really, anyways. But yeah, I do. This is all very interesting. Have you played the test? Well, if I'm here, then you would have to assume I probably have, but yeah. That's the spirit. Well, aren't you funny? Mentioning ghosts a little while ago. Have you played the horoscope? I have it, but I have not played it, no. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. I'm sure you're not, given you're the creator. You watch porn. I have to answer honestly. I'm a guy. So, you know, almost all of us do it. Not saying that women don't, just, yeah. I'm a little uncomfortable now. But yes, I do. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? I'd like to think that I can be. In my recent job that I do not work at anymore, I wasn't all that hard of a worker because my job didn't require a lot of effort. But I'd like to think that I am, yes. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Like I said, my viewpoint has shifted slightly recently. Given some conversations I had with some important people in my life, I have had shifted viewpoints, but I don't think that low of myself. At least not anymore. So no. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? In certain areas, sure. But for the most part, no. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? I mean, if she truly, really needed it, and, it wasn't like life or death, or if it was life or death, I mean, yeah, then I would definitely, because, wouldn't be good. As long as I know I wasn't gonna get fired. Because, it's not like the old lady was gonna, well, probably not gonna die. But yeah, I would. Would you kill all of your neighbor's pets just to save one of your own? I don't see a scenario where that would ever come into play. But I would like to believe that I would never hurt anyone, let alone animals. So I'm gonna go with no. Now, that's not to say that I don't like my own pet, because he's literally sitting right behind me. I love him to death, but I would not kill anything just to save someone's life. Now, if it was a family member, okay, maybe I shouldn't have worded it that way. If it was a human family member, maybe. I still really don't like the idea of killing anyone's pets, or anyone for that matter. But I'm gonna go no. Don't take anything I said too seriously, because at the end of the day, that's never gonna happen. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? No, I haven't, but I also know that it's pretty much impossible. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought anyone was watching? No, I don't dance very often, so no. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they really get stuck? Nope, because I find that extremely weird. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? Let me think about that. I've never really done anything too bad, so no. Are you streaming live right now? No, I am recording. Are you recording? Funny. Yeah, I am. If I told you that I was watching you play the game right now, would you well, technically you are. Although my channel's pretty small, so if you're talking about the game creator, I find that very unlikely. But you as a character, sure. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? No, not particularly. I haven't said anything that's gonna really change anything. You've left a comment for me. Does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? What do you mean written if I've left a comment? Like, you mean in the other games? I don't know what that means exactly, but yeah, sure, I guess. Do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? Sure. I really do. Are you afraid of snakes? Yeah, I'd probably say so. I don't like reptiles. Well, I don't hate them. I just don't. I'm not comfortable around them. Definitely not snakes. I like lizards and stuff. Do I believe in magic? Well, see, this goes into what I was just talking about a minute ago. Like I said, I have pursued the idea of magic, and I have come up with a whole bunch of zilch. So, not sure. I like the idea of magic, so we'll go with yeah. Have you cried in the last month? Not like super emotionally, but like I do get kind of emotional at like shows and stuff, so I do cry pretty often, to be completely honest. But it wasn't like, you know, bad. It's good to let out emotions. Like, really, it is. Holding that stuff in can be really bad for you. So, you know, I let myself cry. Do you have a hero? Um, I mean, no, not really. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? Uh, mm, Recently, yes, but normally, no, I don't think I do. I'm telling the truth. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? I mean, I don't hate them, but I don't really enjoy them all that much, so no. I'm a gamer. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I won't even lie. You sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? Sometimes. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Anytime possible, yes. That is my motto. Always put others before yourself. Would your family and friends describe you as kind? I would like to sorry. My throat's a little dry. I would like to think that they would, but I've never heard it straight from them. So, I think so. But I've never asked, so I wouldn't really know. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? Nope. I have not. I think that is not cool. Not cool at all. I'm pretty sure I have been cheated on in a relationship though, without even knowing about it till recently. Now I've thought about it. So, yeah. But no, I've never done that. I've only technically been in one real relationship that I would consider. And almost every single time, it was on and off again relationship. And almost every single time that I got back together, it was mostly her doing the breakups, not me. Have you ever been cheated on in a relationship? Yeah, I think so. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? That's a hard question to answer because I can be on certain areas, but most of the time, no. We'll go with yes, though, just to be honest. I see. I mean, it's not like you have any room to be judging me after you just, you know, judging that answer because you are the ultimate judge. Are you a hero to someone else? I highly doubt that. I mean, I do have siblings, but I don't think they consider me their hero. But I guess if they see this video, then they can answer that question themselves. Do you love animals? Oh, absolutely I do. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make it real awkward? Unfortunately, I have not. That would be pretty freaking funny, though. But no, I have not. Yeah, me neither. I'm sure you haven't. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? In moderation, yes. I am very responsible when it comes to drinking. Are you intoxicated right now? I'm not. I am not. I've only had soda and water. Well, that makes one of us. Fair enough. Maybe I should get some alcohol. But you said drink water, so that's what I'm gonna do for now. You like the phrase sneaky snake? I don't say it, so we'll go no. Are these questions a bit strange to you? A little bit, yeah. Do you have a vivid imagination? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty good at coming up with some pretty crazy stuff. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? I was talking about this a little while ago, but yeah, I do. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? Absolutely, I would. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? Uh, no. I mean, I guess not. No. Have you ever urinated in public? It's a very interesting question. It depends on what you define as public. Like, if I peed outside, yeah, I have. If I peed in front of other people, unless it's in a bathroom, no. No, I haven't. That's weird. Each their own, I suppose, but no. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? I'm a very picky eater, and no, I don't. I'm lactose intolerant. Pizza's bad for me anyways. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? No, I don't think I am. Do you think you've got a big ego? I mean, no, not really. A lot of people do, though. So, I mean, I don't really know what to answer here. I guess in certain situations, yeah, kinda. Like, whenever it comes to technology and stuff, I tend to, pretend like I'm the smartest person ever when I'm really not at all. A lot of people could outclass me. So, I like to think I'm a humble person. Would you consider yourself kinky? I wouldn't know because I haven't really messed around with that kind of stuff, so why not? Would you consider yourself to be religious? And see, that's another question. I can't answer that because I don't know. I used to be. I might still be, but I'm not entirely sure where I fit in the grand scheme of things right now. So for now, we'll go with that. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? I don't remember what that word means. Let me look that up real quick. It's been a while since I've had to look up big words like this. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm kinda tired. Temperamental. Liable to unreasonable changes of mood. Yeah, I would say so. I have pretty bad mood swings. Kinda comes with the whole thing of depression and everything. You had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it. Would you do it? No, I would not. Like I said, I'm a selfish. I'm a selfless person. I would always save another person's life over my own. At least I'd like to believe that. I would. Interesting. What, don't believe me, Fate? Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? In almost every scenario I've imagined, yes. But like I said, in hypothetical scenarios, you really never know the outcome at the end of the day until you've actually done it. But I think I would, yes. Even more interesting. Why? Because I'm making myself sound like a good person. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? Technically, no, yeah, kind of, but not on the kind of scale that would probably be imagined when you think of a burning building. Our fridge got on fire at one point, although it got put out pretty quickly, but technically, if you want to be technical about it, it was a burning building for like a couple seconds, maybe a couple minutes. Didn't last very long. Let's just go with no. Too much technical terms. Have you ever been to a funeral? I have been to several, unfortunately. You could attend your own funeral before you died. Would you take the opportunity to do so? I'm not sure if I would want to see that. No. No, I don't think I would. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure, because I don't really think I would enjoy seeing... I mean, it'd be nice to know that people cared about me to actually, go. But I don't want to see people sad, so probably not, no. You could see into the future. You were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you. Would you still look? Well, here's the thing. Looking into the future or not doesn't change what's going to happen. So you would just have that knowledge earlier. Because looking into the future, just knowing about the situation doesn't mean that you can change a single thing about it. Now, frankly, if you did look into the future and you only saw the absolute worst of what's in store for you, most people would probably go into probably shock and or paranoia from everything, from whatever situation they saw. But I mean, think about it. If the worst scenario for you is, I don't know, like, you get robbed or something, you can come back from that. Or maybe, maybe you own a store or something and it goes bankrupt. I don't know. But, yeah, I think I'd probably like to see it. If you had the power to stop time, would you use it to do something you know you shouldn't do? If I'm being completely honest, probably. I've always liked the idea of stopping time, although I'd probably just use it to read stuff wherever I wanted and, go wherever without having anyone be able to stop me. So I could go in a different country, no border patrol, no planes, no money. I didn't have to worry about none of that. But yeah, probably. If you had the power to remove one person from the earth, never to return again, would you use it? Here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily say that you're killing them. You could just be sending them to some other random planet or another universe or another something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I might use it, yeah. Doesn't necessarily make me an evil person. Or anyone who would answer this way. If I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? Well, with all the questions you've asked me, yeah, probably. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? I would like to think not. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologize to you? I kind of have a thing against drugs, to be honest. I know that's very contradictory with the whole alcohol thing, but I'm not gonna try and justify anything, but yeah, I mean, I would try to help them get out of the situation. So yes, I would forgive them. If they apologized and actually legitimately meant it. If they didn't mean it, and I can tell when someone lies. If they didn't mean it, then no, I wouldn't forgive them. And we would have some issues. But I wouldn't, beat the crap out of them or anything. I'm not a violent person. At least, not on that kind of scale. I would never beat anyone to the ground or anything, but yeah. family member said something nasty about you behind your back. Would you confront them about it directly? Yeah, probably. I've done it before. I don't like it when people talk about you behind your back. It's rude. I don't do it. No one else should either. I may be shy, but there is a line. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? No. Nope. Nope. Sorry, but no. That's disgusting. If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? Would be a really hard scenario for me, given that... Yeah, if it was tomorrow, that would be very difficult for me, given I am technically unemployed right now. And at best, I have a car and no money. That'd be difficult, but on a serious note, not including that, I would like to think I would try and stay and work things out, because I have pictures that could prove it, and I also have my birth certificate and all that stuff, and photos. I already said photos, never mind. But there's proof. A homeless man was clearly sick, freezing and utterly miserable in the rain. Would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I might give him my jacket. I always wear jackets, so I might give him that. But all my clothes? Yeah, probably not. I'm sorry, but that would be too much. If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? If it was accidentally... I don't know. I have a friend who got hit by a car, and I'm not sure if it was an accident or not, but as far as I could tell, he's still a little bit upset. So, realistically, I'm gonna go with yes. Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages within these questions? No, I haven't. We're not playing this game again. Maybe you should have been. No, I'm good. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all this other than just simply answering questions after question? I mean, there is. You've said it at every single one. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? I do agree to that, yes. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around, and you don't mind getting rained on. I like rain. This doesn't have anything to do with umbrellas. So yes. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? A prettier color? No. If we're going off of the word pretty, then no. You ever feel like a Yeah, sure. Won't go off music lyrics. Getting in front of people can be awkward, you agree? I mean, no, not really. Rings used as ceremonial wedding gifts are so outdated. Do you agree? I don't know about that one. If I ever did get married, I don't know if I want the whole giant, grand wedding with rings and all that, but I don't think it's outdated, no. I mean, there's still plenty of people doing it, but there's also plenty of people who prefer just have it on paper and that alone. But no, I don't think it's outdated. You realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions when combined spelled the words murder? No, and I didn't like that. Do you know why that is? No. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? I mean, realistically, I'm pretty tired right now, so I'm not really feeling a whole lot of anything, but no. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? Probably not. Do you realize it's too late to turn back now? I mean, if I really wanted to, I could. I could click the X button at the top of my screen. That's even visible to the viewers right now because I had to record this weirdly. But, yeah. You hear someone in your room? No. I hear my dog snoring. That's it. You see the shadows closing in? No. It's just not happening. Do you feel like you're being watched? Nope. Unless you count my dog. Did you look around your room a moment ago? No, I didn't, because I know what's in it. Do you like long walks on the beach? I've actually never been to the beach, so I don't know. But I imagine probably not. Sand is probably uncomfortable. And I don't really like water, unless it's like a hot tub. Then it's good. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? I absolutely do. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Recently? No, but yes. Overall, there have been scenarios or situations where yes, that has happened. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? Yes. Yes, I do. You have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? Well, considering I technically only really have one friend. Sure. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? That's a very political question. But no. It's ridiculous. Do you believe that you're human? I mean, yeah. Kinda. You could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again. Once you decide to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? I don't know. That's a very interesting way of twisting that question. If you asked me if I could turn invisible, would I ever use the power, then I would say yes. But throwing that last part in there makes this a little more difficult. If you could never be visible ever again, I mean, it would make certain things a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, I probably would. Sounds interesting. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were doing it to feed their family, would you stop them? Depends on what you mean by stop them. If you're saying would I stop them and try to, how to put this, fix the situation, such as maybe giving them the money they would have gotten from robbing the place, I would try to talk them down, yes. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? Yes, I would. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back to a person that 1 year had passed, would you do it? Why not? It doesn't really sound all that interesting. I mean, I like the idea of flying, but I don't really want to be a bird. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death, using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? No, because I would lose. Doesn't matter what weapon I got. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? Probably, because you can do a lot with potatoes. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue eating pizza? I don't really like pizza all that much as it is now, so no. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake, and the only way to save their life was to suck the... I apologize if they just so happen to be watching this, but I'm sorry. There is a line, as I said with the other stuff, there is a line, and that's one I'm not crossing. So no. Was that the question? I mean, it depends on how you put it. Was it awkward? Yeah. Was it difficult to answer, as in, could I not decide? And then, no. Not really. It was weird. Do you feel mortal? Yeah, I guess. Do you enjoy loud music? I do. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Very rarely ever happen, but yes. You suffer from an anxiety disorder. I do. Do you ever feel depressed? I have depression, so yes. You're not alone. Oh, I know that. There are plenty of people that suffer the same way, if not worse. You feel relaxed. Right now? Yeah, kinda. You think you have a guardian angel watching over you? No, not really. That's fine with me, though. You ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? Yes, I have. I'm going to take special note of that one. I bet you are. Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? Very rarely ever has to happen. I'm mostly driving, but yeah, I do. I'm a cautious person. You wash your hands every day? Nobody? Nobody judge me, okay? Just for the record. But no, I don't. Say what you will. Do you feel uncomfortable using... Yes, I do. I don't like using public restrooms at all. Is winter your favorite season? No. No, not even close. I hate winter. The cold sucks. Do you know anyone named Josh? I mean, I technically do. I know 2 people that I hate that are named Josh. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? I guess. Are you allergic to any animals? I am not, as far as I'm aware. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? I don't know how to answer that. Because if you're talking about, like, an actual animal, like a dog or a cat or any of that, then no. If you're talking like an anime character or a video game character that happens to have animal characteristics, that's a whole other scenario. Just to defend myself on this, I'm gonna say no. Because as in, like a normal, average animal that you would see in real life, that's a no. Now, if we're talking about fantasy characters, stuff like that, like I said, different scenario. But we're not gonna go into that. Have you ever been in love? I think it was one-sided love, but yes. You consider yourself to be artistic. Kind of ish. Like I said, if story writing counts, then yeah, sure. I like to draw, I'm not good at it. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? Dominant? I mean, no. Not really. Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands? Yeah, sometimes I do. That's for freaking sure. Can you be easily intimidated by others? I've easily... yeah, I guess. Are you easily excitable? Not easily excitable. When I get excited on a whole other scale. Doesn't happen very often. But when it does, it's a great feeling. Let's put it like that. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? If it's a puzzle that doesn't require math, absolutely I do. If it's a math puzzle, then no. I hate math on a really big scale. You have a difficult time relaxing? No, not really. I can relax in pretty much any scenario. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? I don't think I am, no. I'm pretty content. Do you trust easily? Yeah, I'd say so. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? To an extent. Every human being lies, whether they want to admit to it or not. That is the truth. But I do not lie constantly. So yes, I would like to think I'm an honest person. Have you ever told a lie? If anyone answers no to this, they are lying. Just saying. There's literally no human being in this world that hasn't told at least a tiny white lie. It is literally impossible. I'm sorry, but there are no perfect people in this world. So, yes, I have. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Small lies? Probably, yeah. Have you ever lied to your family? Like I said, small lies? Probably yes. Have you lied about any answers during the session? No, I haven't. Are you wondering why all these questions have to do with lying? Sure. This is all very useful information. I bet it is. Are you a people pleaser? No, I don't really seek to please other people. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? No. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? I'd like to think I do. You frighten easily. If this is gonna lead into a jump scare, I don't appreciate this. But yes, I can be frightened easily. I don't like this. My headphones actually have vibrations coming through them. Well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions. This next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. You're home alone. It's dark and it's storming outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do? Well, honestly, I would probably grab the closest weapon. Very interesting choice. There's very few people in the world who would literally just ignore that. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches you, asking if you can spare some change. What do? Uh, I mean, I, I don't know. Realistically, I would probably just say I don't have anything left to give. And if you legitimately don't have anything left to give, yeah, that's what I would do. Really now? Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do? Oh, God. Split them. I could never pick between the two. And they would both ask me to save the other. So I split it. That doesn't surprise me. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but thanks, I guess. You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside, there's 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says, "The cure for cancer. What do? Hmm. Uh. Here's the thing. I am of the personal belief that there could be a cure for cancer out even as we speak, and could have been out for a while now, but nobody wants to give it up because it's literally. How do I put this? It. Nobody wants to cure it. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. The people who would have been holding out this cure don't want to cure it because if they do, then you've got all the hospitals that'll be losing money, which would gain them money. And if they had a cure, they could literally make it cost whatever. But here's the thing, though. If you were the good citizen and turned it all in, realistically, do we honestly believe that those people would actually even do anything with it? I mean, the gold they're gonna take, and who knows what they'll do with that. But the cure to cancer, I mean, they literally could just smash it and be done with it. I mean, who's truly gonna trust that? I'll be honest, realistically, I would probably just leave it. But that's not an option. So it has to be one of these scenarios, or one of these situations that we have to go with. I don't know. I mean, I think I would just keep it, because realistically, a professional could be defined as literally anyone, and they could literally be just people who would use it to their own advantage. So at the end of the day, does it really even matter? What a wasted opportunity. Oh, whatever. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't judge. You're stuck alone inside of your house, and you're starving to death. You completely run out of food. Sorry, I got a message. You completely run out of food, and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around you is your family's pets. What do? Oh dear boy. Okay, just for the record here. In this scenario, if I'm already starving, I would kill myself. Just frankly, if I knew my chances were slim and I had to kill something to survive it, if I had to kill my own pets, it's not happening. I'm sorry, but my survival instincts aren't that strong that I would kill anything to make myself live. I call me a coward or whatever you want to do, but frankly, that would never happen. So that one right there is off limits. That's gonna be a no. Continue to starve along with my pets. Now that I wouldn't want that scenario either. So we'll cut that one out. Attempt to cut meat from my pets, then treat their wounds. Now, that's not happening. I'm not cutting or hurting them in any way. Let my pets eat me so they can survive until help arrives. Now, that scenario I don't want either, because I don't want to get eaten. Doesn't really sound fun. I guess I don't know. Like I said, I would kill myself before I allow any of this to happen. But we'll go with starve. Why am I not surprised? I bet you answer that to everything. Your neighbor's home is on fire. A blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. What do? Oh Christ. Call the fire department and keep my distance from the building. Start shouting for help and search for someone nearby. Run into the burning home to try and rescue anyone you can. Walk away. There's nothing you can do. Well, that's not true. You can call the fire department, which is an option. You could do this, which, frankly, is really not going to do anything. Most likely. Or you can do this. But this right here is literally just, you don't want to be involved in the scenario whatsoever. You don't want to include yourself in trying to help these people. Which, whatever, fine. If that's what you want, so be it. But here's what I would do. I would call the fire department and then go and help whoever I can, if I can. So I'm just gonna go with try and help people. I like that. I appreciate that, I guess. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realize that it's coming from under your bed. What do? Yeah, I'm out. Hmm. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do you do? Uh, I'll take it. I mean, if he's gonna hand it to you, might as well take it anyways. Would you now? I mean, that would be a really interesting scenario. So, sure, why not? You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone. Yeah, real funny. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. But that's probably what I do. Ha! I'm sitting in the bathtub trying to relax. Oh my god, why is everything or now? Uh Running. Clever. You get out of bed and immediately fall into a deep, dark hole. A man is sitting behind you, above you, looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin. Uh, well, screaming for help ain't really gonna do any good. I would try and lie. Get out of that scenario. Smart choice. You're sitting at home alone, and all of a sudden your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do? Well, here's the thing. Assuming that this thing that's doing this is supernatural, I don't think a weapon's really gonna do you any good. I mean, I guess if it's just a person. But realistically, yeah, that's what I would do. I look for a weapon. I like that. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to tells you that you've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? No attraction whatsoever? Uh, that's happened to me before. Hmm. That I would never do. That bottom one. Never. I think that's just wrong in general. You should never do that to anyone, but whatever. I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, I'd just tell them I'm not interested. So you're one of those types. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Your dog starts randomly barking in the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear to be anything, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. Yeah, my dog does this crap all the time. Uh, I mean, realistically, I would probably just watch, see if anything happened. You see a massive spider in your room, the size of your hand. What do you do? Burn it down. Burn it all. The house is done for at that point. Once a spider of that size is in your home, you might as well give up. Your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Uh, I don't want any more details because honestly, uh, I mean they could be lying. Wouldn't be the weirdest thing. I see. If you found out that you only had one day left to live, what would you do? Tell everyone that I loved them and to be happy, not sad. Do something insane and crazy. Anything goes. Not tell anyone at all. Just act as if nothing changed. Spend time on my own. Well, here's the thing. If I had one day left to live, I would spend it as like a normal day, but in the quotations of someone who played this game before, I would probably be writing down notes for everyone and figuring out my situations with other people. But we'll just go not tell anyone. Alright then. If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer, my dog starts talking, well then sure. I will assure them that I will protect them. I don't want a dog to eat ice cream. I've seen the scenarios that come from that. Although my dog does get ice cream pretty often, so he's a lucky little dirtbag. But I still love him. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, what would you do? I wouldn't beat them up. I would get out of there. That sounds reasonable. I'm a very reasonable person for the most part. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they didn't want to go to prison. What do you do? I honestly don't even know. I'd probably try to convince them to turn themselves in. But realistically, I could never see that ever happening. Driving in your car and you actually run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that it's probably just wishful thinking. What do you do? Yeah, you're real funny. I get it now. I turn myself in. Interesting how that played out. Yeah, I know, right? I think it's time we moved on to the next portion of our test. The following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Let's get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? And that's a hard question. Because here's the thing. I'll be honest, I do have somewhat of a God complex. And I'm pretty sure I've said it in several episodes, but I have a very split mind, so to speak. I wouldn't say I have another personality, but I do have a whole other part of me that thinks very differently. One part of me would want one thing, one part of me would want the other thing. And this is one of those scenarios. One part of me would love to have everyone like me, but also another part of me realizes that's probably not the most ideal scenario. If everyone fears you, then you can have more control over them that way. That's just my personal viewpoint of things. But I'm gonna go with loved by all. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? Well, never get jealous. Getting angry can be a learning experience. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? I like being in high regard with my friends. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea in space? I hate the sea. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? People who need them, even though my organs are probably all kinds of fucked. So, would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do or get away with something horribly you did, but always live in fear of being caught? Huh. I don't really want to go to prison, to be completely honest. I don't think I could survive for 5 years. So, I guess I'll live in fear this one time. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now? Would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? Rather have my dream job. Unfortunately, I don't get to live that reality right now. I'm trying to make it happen. Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear to be somewhat itchy or only be able to use one ply toilet paper? Oh, that's a hard question. I hate itchy shirts, but I also hate one ply toilet paper, and that's all my old workplace had. I hate itchy shirts more, though. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood or have tattoos appear on your body that depict what you did yesterday? Color changing, because, well, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, color changing, because the tattoos probably wouldn't even be that interesting. Just be me laying in bed. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm or or orgasm every time you see a dog? Oh God. Oh boy. Uh this could be very Oh my God, I didn't even think about this, but oh boy. If you ever end up screwing your significant other, that could be a really, 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 really weird. I mean, there are weirder things, but that's certainly up there. And you know that other one, I see a lot of dogs on a daily basis, so I think I'm gonna go with the top one. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents, and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parents' body or have? Oh God. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. Okay, here's the thing. Now, either way you split this. This is just what he said, a fucked up question. But think about it like this: if you're screwing your own parents, that's committing a crime. At the end of the day, that's it is what it is. That's a crime. If you're screwing your partner's body, it's not a crime technically, and it'll be a weird experience to say the least, and most likely. But you're not technically screwing your own parents. They just so happen to be. How do I put this? Their consciousness happened to go into that body, and, yeah, I think that's what I'm going with. I'm not going to justify it anymore because I don't want to be weird. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. I bet it did. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions, as I'm sure you'd agree. Yeah, I do. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Of the following options, which number do you like the most? 11. Out of the following options, which color resonates with you best at this exact moment? Green. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Oh, that's a really hard choice. Why are dogs in this? I said I like dogs. Why would you assume I would be not comfortable around them? Scorpions, scary. Snakes, scary. Spiders, scary. I have recently watched an anime about someone who reincarnated as a spider, and it was both adorable and scary at the same time. Snakes. Snakes can be pretty freaking terrifying. Scorpions, poisonous. Okay, I have never seen a scorpion in real life. Let's just get that right there. Which creature are you the least comfortable around? I've never seen a scorpion, so I don't know. I have seen a snake. Depending on the size, it could be pretty scary and very uncomfortable. Now, spiders. Spiders are Scary as all hell. So we're just gonna go with that. Out of the following options, which flavor is your favorite? I'm boring. Vanilla. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Freedom, huh? I don't value money. Not really. If I valued money, I'd still be in my job that I don't like. Friends, family, freedom. I'd say family. Because my friends are my family, in my opinion. Out of the following options, which could you most live without? Are you serious? Money. Because I don't have any anyways. Out of the following options, which statement is the most accurate? I am brave, I am caring, I am smart, I am attractive. I like to think I'm caring. Out of the following options, which are you most afraid of? Not that. Losing my loved ones. I mean, that's scary. But dying alone, that's scary. We're almost finished, but I've just got one final question for you. Have you ever punched a nun? Oh dear God. Now, as I said last time, unfortunately, no I haven't. You really ought to try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. Believe me, I want the opportunity. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. Is this a breakup? I'm just going to calculate results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep this as professional as possible. Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in your best interest, to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted for more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredibly unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Yeah, I'd say so. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in your life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. Time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. Yeah, that's a fair point. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need, and the cashier tells you, I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that. As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea just how much, or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows you how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd best spend your time in order to achieve what you need most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Well now, you just might be one of the most pleasant souls to ever walk this earth. I appreciate that. Problem is, you're afraid of opening up and showing people the real you. And when I say the real you, I don't mean the you that your family and friends know. I mean the you that only someone you could trust with, your deepest secrets, would ever get to see. You see, you're actually a pretty amazing individual, but you think people are going to judge you way too harshly if they knew you completely. It's a fair statement, and it is kind of true. My advice to you would be to open yourself up a bit more and actually show the deepest part of you more freely. Even the parts of yourself that you may think people would find very unlikable. You'd be shocked just how many others are exactly like you, but you're never going to find out unless you take the time to open up to new souls. If you can master this little trait and feeling more comfortable opening up, then an entire new world of opportunity will open to you as well. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret world is revealed. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Well, and with that I do believe the test Hypothesis Rising is done and finished. Take the secret word that was assigned to you. Unfortunately, their future project's already been created, so it won't really do us any good. If you do not wish to be part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments, and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and as always, try to read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of this all. And in the third and final installment of the test series, which is a lie, all will be finally revealed. Because I know for a fact, because I paid for the next game, there's a fourth one. But not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is all about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings as it helps shape what we do as we work on our future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. If you wish to support us further, we would love it if you check out our other titles on our other games section on the title screen. After playing the test Final Revelation, the third game in the test trilogy, we also have the testing chamber. Ah, okay. See, that's the game I was talking about, so I guess technically it doesn't count. In the meantime, The Advisor is another interesting experience that we would like to recommend, as it has a great emphasis on player/developer interaction, where you, the player, get to vote on how the story will be written in further future episodes. I have the Advisor game too. Your opinion and decisions have a direct impact on the development process and storyline of the Advisor series, and we'd love to read your ideas, thoughts, and contributions. Again, thank you so very much for supporting us in our journey. We truly cannot show our gratitude and appreciation enough for all you do for us. We hope the rest of your day is filled with all joy and happiness that you deserve. Random Studios. You heard it there, everyone. I'll let the thing go through quick. That was a short credit scene. Oh, never mind, it's not over yet. Now it's over. Okay. So, I just want to put this out there real quick. The test series, we're gonna say no to that. Sorry, I don't have time to show off everyone, but I just want to say that the test series is truly amazing, like fantastic. It's a great little personality quiz, or whatever you want to call it, and it does give you an insight into yourself. Even with simple questions like that, it's not too hard to truly see the deeper meaning. Like, you know, a lot of personality quizzes, you take them and you think that they absolutely achieve nothing whatsoever. But some people know how to do it right, to really get to know you. And I think the test series just does this fantastically. I mean, it's really given me some insight into myself. Some things I didn't even really think about. But, yeah, like I said, I completely recommend it. Great game. It's on Steam. Pretty cheap. Definitely recommend you buy it and play it. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment telling me how messed up I am, or whatever. Don't really care. Yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, please, if you want to see any more of the content, and the third test series game I'm going to be recording soon, and the fourth, or whatever you want to call it, because I guess technically it's not the fourth. But, with that being said, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!